Hello, glad you could join me for another episode. This is Bill with Pale Horse Survival and Tactical. Today I'm going to discuss the Crosman 1322 pneumatic air pistol, which I have here, and take a few shots with it. Stay tuned. Okay, welcome back. I just took a few shots with this, and I absolutely love the 1322. I've had this one for about 2 years now, and it is amazingly accurate with the iron sights. The 1322 platform has been out since 1977. The Crosman company made them from 1977 to 1984, and then from 1984 they were discontinued for a period of time and then brought back in 2004. And before 1977, the earlier version of this was called the Crosman Medalist. That was produced in 1970 to 77. The Crosman company did some minor changes to the platform and gave birth to the 1322. I have the carbine stock on this one. I think it's 1399 or something is the number of this. And looking on here to see if there's a part number. Anyways, you just look for the 1322 carbine stock, and the nice thing is it turns this into a much more stable platform. Single shot pneumatic, it's a pumper. I think the barrel's 10 or 10.5 inches on this. This platform is very easily modded. There's a lot of people modding these. You can hop them up, give them more velocity, FPS, feet per second. Change out the air chamber, larger transfer port, stronger hammer spring. Mine is bone stock. This thing hits like a hammer. It really does. 22 caliber. And I was just shooting from, it was about 15 yards or so, and never missed a shot. And you can see on the bottle here, the pellets are going right through, even when it was full of water. I mean, they're completely passed through the bottle. There's no pellets on the inside, and that's from 15 yards when it was full of water. Hit it dead center, right where I was aiming. You can see the holes here, right out the backside, no problem. It has a muzzle velocity of about, bone stocks, about 430 feet per second. You pump it up a maximum of 10 times. You can go over that a little bit, go to 11 or 12. I don't personally recommend it. The valve, that's the stock valve, isn't really designed for that. You don't want to blow a seal out in these, but you can hop these up. You put the Crosman RP valve into it, and I think you could take it up to 15, 18, 20 pumps or something like that. And so some people, fully modded, they're getting almost 700 feet per second out of these. I'm a big proponent of air guns in a survival situation, for the simple fact that number one, a lot of these platforms have been out for years, and as a result, they're tried and true. They're tested. They've stood the test of time. Just like the Benjamin 392, which I also own one of those. Absolutely love it. Love that. That's my number one. One of my other favorites as a survival hunting weapon. These have been tried and true. Kids have had these for years and have shot the crap out of these. I mean, cycled literally thousands of rounds through these, and you drop into, every couple hundred rounds or so, you'd put a drop of oil on the pump mechanism, the piston, and that's pretty much all you have to do to these. They're pretty much maintenance free, which is something that's really attractive with these. And I'm being visited by some turkey vultures here. Beautiful raptors. Anyways, the main things I like about pellet guns in a survival situation, they're quiet for the most part as compared to a powder burner, so they're not going to give away your position as readily as a powder burner would. The ammunition is cheap. This is a 10. I was shooting 14.3 grain Crosman Premiers, hollow points. And you pick these 10s up for about $6 a 10 for 500 rounds. There's 1,000 rounds of ammunition right here. That'll fit right in your pocket. 1,000 rounds. If it gets wet, still works. You don't have to worry about powder going bad. This particular one here, with a muzzle velocity of about 440 roughly, at the muzzle with a 14.3 grain 22 cal pellet, you're looking at a foot-pounds of energy, somewhere around 6 foot-pounds at the muzzle. Using these, nice thing about this, it's compact. You take the stock off, it's just 2 screws on either side of the grips here. You take the stock off, it'll slide right in a bug out bag in a backpack. It's lightweight. I don't think this thing weighs more than about 2.5 pounds. I mean, don't quote me on that. I've never weighed it, but it's extremely lightweight, and it's a good small game hunting tool. And with a muzzle velocity of about 6 foot-pounds, you have enough to take squirrels, rabbits. You could take pheasant, quail, pretty much any of the small game, but it is a close range weapon. This one is not high powered. It does hit hard. You can see it passed right through that bottle, no problem, at about 12 to 15 yards. Hunting with this, I wouldn't recommend taking a shot anything past 20 yards. Even at 15 yards, it was shooting flat. There was no drop in trajectory with the pellet. So I would say you probably take it out to 20, but I wouldn't go past that. I really wouldn't. I wouldn't recommend this as a primary hunting firearm. If you're going to do that, I'd go with a Benjamin 392. You've got about 12 to 13 foot-pounds there, and it hits a lot harder than this. And I'll do a review on the 392 when I get a chance. But the nice thing again about this, it's compact, fits right in a bug-out bag, and it's a good backup to have if you have no other way to procure meat and game out there. This will get the job done, and there's a lot of kids throughout the years who have been out and hunted with these, and I've seen people take squirrels with these, one shot, dropped them, no problem. So anyways, I'll go over the operation of this briefly. This is the bolt. Pull that back, you hear a click, make sure it's on safety. You have your safety selector here, and when you pop it on the other side and the selector is red, that means you're ready to go, and that's on safety there. And you pump this up 10 times, just bring it out to its full range of travel, and don't go over 10. When you drop a pellet in, the pellets have the projectile end on one side, which is rounded, and the other side is open. That's the skirt. The skirt side goes up against the probe here. And you drop that in, lock it down, take it off safety, and fire. That was only a couple of pumps. And another tip, with any pneumatic air rifle or air pistol, when you store it away, when you're done shooting for the day, put a couple pumps in it. A couple pumps, put it on safety, put it away, empty of course, don't leave anything in the chamber, and that's going to preserve your seals. Your seals are going to last a lot longer that way. But that's pretty much it. I love this. It's extremely accurate with the iron sights, and I don't know if I'm going to mod this or just leave it stock. A lot of power stock. I may one of these days decide to mod it. You can change a receiver out here. This is a plastic receiver. They do have a steel receiver that has the 3/8 dovetail grooves machined into it. You can put scopes on these. There's a lot of things people are doing with this. A little bit longer barrel. You can get a 14, I think it's 14.5-inch barrel, and that's going to give you a little more muzzle velocity. And like I said, you can mod the valves and the hammer springs and the transfer ports, and you even have different forearms you can stick on here. But that's pretty much it. It's a Crosman 1322, 22 cal. I think they're about $57. You can get the shooter's kit that comes with the stock, and I think if you shop around, you might be able to get those for $60-some, maybe up to about $70, $75. So, and these things will last for thousands of rounds. I love the pneumatic guns, pneumatic pumpers over the springers and the nitro pistons. Not that I have anything against those. I do own a Benjamin XL 1100 nitro, but from the standpoint of longevity and dependability, these are going to last typically a lot longer than a Springer or a nitro will. So in the survival situation, dependability is everything. You got to be able to depend on your gear. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoy the video as much as I did making it for you today, and glad you could join me again for another episode. Please like, subscribe, and share. and I will see all of you very soon on the next one. Have a good day. Take care. Bye-bye. I just wanted to one thing I wanted to mention. Getting ready to gathering up my things here and getting ready to get out of here. These tins, these are metal. These tins have a number of uses in a survival situation. You can use these to char materials in for primitive fire making. You can make charcoal in these for medicinal purposes. Charcoal is also a good method of making fire. And you can make a bushcraft candle out of these with tallow or pine sap. You can use these to make rendered pine sap down into pine pitch to make pine pitch glue. There's a number of different uses for these. So just another, you take a box of shells out, cartridges for a powder burner, and they come in a cardboard box or plastic container, and you really don't have a lot of uses for that per se. But these tins, each one comes in a tin. They do have uses when they're empty. So anyways, guys, just wanted to throw that in there. Hey guys, I'm back, just hiking up out of here, and looking down, there is a massive amount of wood sorrel out here. Look at all this wood sorrel. This is all wood sorrel. I mean, it's all over the place here. This is one of my favorite wild edibles here. Oh, camera, sorry about that. Got hung up on a branch. One of my favorite wild edibles. I have a identification video. A couple of them on my channel you can find under oxalis and wood sorrel. But always look for the heart-shaped leaves. These are real tangy, the stems, but man, there is a ton of it out here. Just a ton of it. I mean, this is all wood sorrel all over the place here. These are nice and tangy, these longer stemmed pieces here. So anyways, guys, just wanted to throw that in. I'm always noticing things when I'm out hiking around. Everybody take care. Bye-bye. Hey again, just wanted to still doing a little bit of target shooting, and I just wanted to show what the damage the 1322 inflicted on this tin can at exactly 20 yards. This is 20 yards out, and you can see how accurate this thing is. I've had a few flyers here, but this thing just annihilated the center of this can. Here's the exit wounds on the back side. I mean, it just peeled it open. Here's the entrance wounds here. The exit out the back side. Pretty impressed with this. Definitely a small game getter. You know, if when this grid down scenario or the system collapses, something like this will keep some food in your stomach when the majority's starving. Anyways, guys, I just wanted to share that with you. Everybody take care. See you soon. Bye-bye.